Hey y'all, so I'm running slightly behind on a lunch date. Well, not behind on a lunch date. I'm actually kind of early. So I got like about like 15 minutes to spare. So it's going to be a quick video. I was just going to wrap up a couple of things from the baby, Kanye West. Um, I think that's like basically what I want to talk about in this video. So just to get the baby out of the way. The baby and Dani Leigh's, his third child's brother gets into a whole fight, right? So here's my thing regarding it. They get into a fight in the bowling alley. Now, word on the curb is that the baby, no, Dani Leigh's brother walked up to the baby and said that he wants to talk. Here's my problem with that. So if you guys recall, the baby, and we're speaking of the baby, the rapper, I guess I should have started from that from the beginning. So the baby decides to disrespect Dani Leigh for the world to see. Just dogged her out. And I don't care how anyone feels about Dani Leigh. At the end of the day, that is a woman. And that is also the mother of his child. And it was just very disgusting and just disgraceful that he even thought that it was okay to do something like that. But I digress. And he does this, exposes the baby, shows the world the baby before Dani Leigh, the mother, was even ready to reveal her to us. By the way, she's absolutely gorgeous. The little girl is gorgeous. But that's not the point. The point is that he did so much spiteful things and so much dishonorable, just disgusting things, as not just as a man to a woman, but as a human being to another human being, especially something that your child is going to grow up and see. And it's like, and people say, well, she knew who he was, this and that. Yeah, you're right, right? Like, yes and no. You know what I'm saying? Yes and no. I don't know. Bottom line is whether she knew or not, it does not excuse the baby for being a trash person. Like, I cannot even listen to his music because I just can't have respect for someone that can handle another human being like that. Because you wouldn't want that done to yourself, your family, any of that. And regardless of if my family was a mindset of, well, you knew what that was, it don't change the fact that that person ain't going to be shit to me. And that I myself am going to want to see that person. So imagine, after he disrespects her, he then goes on to disrespect her family. And that's when her brother steps in and it's like, you know what? It's on sight. Like, when I see you, this, and the third. Now, as far as the brother goes, was the brother standing up for his family? Yes. Which I'm always going to respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like, win, lose, draw. Don't let someone disrespect your people. Period. Was the brother also clout chasing? Yes. And the reason why I feel that way is because the brother then goes on and y'all know good and well, the TMZ, they'll tell you themselves. 90% of the time, celebrities calling them. Like, they're not just like waiting around and we just so happen to run across Omarion, or we just so happen to run across Dani Leigh's brother. You get what I'm saying? Like, who are you? You get what I mean? So when TMZ bumps into you, it is always the celebrity and their team, their PR team, whatever, that is reaching out to them at least 90% of the time. Not always. Let's say they run into Beyonce. Yeah, you ran into Beyonce. Beyonce, Jay-Z, they don't need your PR to come there for them, right? Okay. But as far as like Beyonce's twice removed fourth cousin, and you're coming out of the candy store, common sense, people. So that's why I say, yeah, you were looking for clout. For you to even go to TMZ and you're going to all these people and you're doing all of these interviews about that, it was just like, for what, right? So that's that. So now you see him at the alley and you walk up to him and you want to talk. Even if you change your mind on site, you said on site. And the baby is a street dude at the end of the day. Listen, there's been time in my past, as like recently, not even my past, like recently, where when I say to someone on site, I don't give a damn if I said it 2 years ago, a year ago. The moment I see you, it's on site. I live to that word, right? Because I'm a street girl at the end of the day, right? And yes, I'm not proud of it. I'm not condoning it. But one thing that a lot of people are raised on is a code of ethics and the code, right? You stay to your word. So, and also someone can't say to me, Arima, it's on site, like Rhea, it's on site. And I now decide to, when I see them and my guards are not up, immediately my guards are up. Immediately. You said to the baby, who is a known fighter and a known, has a history of violence, right? From fighting to shooting, all of the above. You say to that man, it's on site. And now you think you're going to walk up to him. Can we talk? Boy, fuck you. Excuse my French. Right? Like, no. Talking. No. No. Right? So that's number one. Number two, allegedly, they say that you were with some people, right? That you were with some people, your friends, your family. I don't know who. But whoever that you were with, I need you to remove every last one of them from your life. Remove every last one of them from your life. They are not your people. They are not your friends. Because if they sat there and watched you get jumped by 4 to 5 dudes, and they didn't step in at any form of faction, even if it wasn't the take off swinging, or at the very least to try to break it up, those are not your people. Like, block their numbers immediately. That's why you don't, like I say all the time, you cannot hang out with any and everybody. You cannot hang out with any and everybody. Some people, but that's a whole nother video. So that's number 2 that I wanted to say. But yeah, you can't do those level of threatenings. You're doing clout chase, and then you think you're going to walk up and hold a conversation. No, your guard should have been, you should have been on guard before you walked up over there. You should have had like some metal on you, something. I don't know. So, and let me be clear, not metal is in a gun. No, I'm not condoning that. So I just want to say, as far as that goes, yeah, and it ended with security and everyone else jumping in the fight. And I know people are saying, yes, a one-on-one fight. I do agree, right? We've yet to see, yeah, we know that the baby fights, but honestly, every time that he's had a fight, it's been some form of security involved as well, right? So we've yet to see him actually like go toe-to-toe, like nobody involvement, just the two of them going at it. We've yet to see that when it comes to the baby, right? So if we've yet to see that, then you also should have kept record of that as well, to know that, hey, chances are the people around him going to jump in. Also, he's paying those people to jump in. They're being paid to jump in. There's so many different things that's wrong with this matter, right? A friend of mine said, no, he should have caught the baby when he was coming to pick up the baby Junior, talking about the little girl. Perhaps. Should have been with your sister one day while the baby comes to pick up, and then get him that way, right? But as far as, you know, what took place, like, I don't know. Like, I do still give you tons of respect for even standing up for your people, period. Win, lose, or draw. Don't let nobody disrespect your people, ever, right? The baby has done so much bad that at least we've seen, like his I don't care attitude, whatever, that nonchalantness, whatever. You know, karma's going to eventually serve him, right? So I still salute you for standing up, but yeah, should have went about this a different way. And as far as the baby's baby mother go, the girl Mimi, who always got something to say and then act like, oh my God, like I'm minding my business. No, you not. You continuously throw out these subliminal and things, and all of that stuff you threw out, it don't change the fact that that baby still left you for Dani Leigh and for whoever else, right? The baby's still not with you. The baby's still embarrassed on this national platform. So you're doing a public laugh, like you make it less for the public to give a fuck about you, and we laugh at you. Like, it doesn't mean that you're any less of a clown than the baby is. Just saying. So that's just that. Let's wrap that up. Going on to Kanye West, Kim Kardashian. I just want to talk to the community, the Black community, the hip hop community, the music community, anyone that has given Kanye a pass, an excuse. Can y'all stop? Can y'all stop? Every time he does some bullshit, everyone runs to give him an excuse. And I want to also stop with the whole, he's been that way since his mother died. Y'all not true Kanye fans, or at least you're not as observant. Kanye has been an asshole when his mother was alive, right? Even some of the celebrities and the people that have spoken out that have known him will tell you that, right? They'll be like, no, the only thing was that maybe the mother kept him in line some way. I don't know their relationship. But Kanye has been ridiculous since Taylor Swift was not the first person that he has spoken out publicly in an award show on. Y'all look up Kanye West MTV Music Award. I think it was a Europe one, right? Like it was MTV or Billboard. It was one of those. It was a Europe one. Like back in the days, they used to have like the American version, also like an overseas one. And I remember Kanye was presenting, right? And this was after he had lost to another artist for Video of the Year for his video Touch the Sky. And Kanye goes, instead of doing what he was supposed to do, was presenting for the next person, whatever the case may be, Kanye goes and stops it and goes, I just want to say, for those that didn't give me the music video, give me the award, that means that you are not respecting art because I had these people, all because he had Tracy Ellis Ross and Nia Long, and I believe Pamela Anderson was in there as well. So he was like, he name drops. Kanye has been an insecure man beforehand. Like when he was doing all of this big up of Jay-Z and all of that, Kanye has been I want to be associated with the big dogs. And I know that's weird to say, but if you paid attention to him from the beginning, I'm talking about when he got his first BET Awards for College Dropout, when he brought his mother on stage. That was the only time that man has showed humility. The only. Okay? Like, y'all new fans, or those who haven't paid attention to these things, I have, will know that I'm speaking to those that have paid attention. Look up these things that I'm telling you. Okay? Kanye West has been an asshole even when his mother was alive. And he has been a follower and if you think about high school and you think about the kid that wanted to belong so bad and wanted to be accepted by the popular group, whether it be the popular boys, the jocks, or whether it be the cheerleaders, if you think about that person that wanted so hard to belong, if you think about it, they did anything to belong, right? Just to be sitting at that table. And then when they were disappointed by that group, because again, you the one that fought to be here. When they became disappointed by them, then they lashed out. That's Kanye West. You were like, he was literally just the producer in the background. Remember, Dame Dash tells you he was the one that brought Kanye to the forefront. Remember, he said this. It was Dame Dash that was pushing for Kanye. And then when things went left between Dame and Jay, what did he ran? He ran with Jay. Why? Because that was his admiration. You doing my Big Brother song, like trying to show like, hey, I'm here for you. Like, I'm your brother. Like, I'm your this. You jumped up on that stage with Taylor Swift. You did that, one, because she was an easy person to do that to, and two, to show your loyalty to J and B. B didn't ask you to do that because guess what? B played the savior that same award show when she got another award and let Taylor do her speech, right? So basically leaving you out in the cold to deal with that, right? And I'm not going to say, well, let me rephrase. Let me not say leave out in the cold, but let me say that, she did not stand with you for that level of bullshit and that bullying you did to Taylor. And so now you fast forward. And now once you and Jay Or when J and B decides to separate themselves from you, now you lashing out. Now you on stage talking about all you did and what goes on behind the scene, and you telling the world how, you know, B refused to perform if she didn't get these awards and all these stuff. Like now you're releasing things because you mad. You put yourself in that situation. Kanye's been a follower. Kanye, like, I compare Kanye with the DJ Khaled matter, where we like DJ Khaled's, his albums are usually trash. Well, at least my opinion. Like, they're not, maybe you get one or two songs, but the music ain't that good to me. But we gonna give him these awards because why? You got all of these people from Chris Brown to Jay-Z, to Nas, to Fabulous, like, you know, you name it, he's doing music with all of these people. Right? So now it's like, but look, like, I'm giving you this, I got a list of I got all these features. Don't change the fact that I can't jam this in my car or when I get home. Or even when I'm just want to just sit and think. I can't jam this. Doesn't change the fact I don't even hear it in the clubs, lounges, anywhere, parties. It doesn't change that. So, yeah, I mean, that's how I compare with the Kanye matter. And so now you look at him and the Kim Kardashian. And if you paid attention to that, Kanye, I don't even think that I think Kanye is more infatuated with Kim. He's been infatuated, right? It's like when Nick Cannon got Mariah Carey, and remember he tattooed her name big as day across the back of his body. It's like you finally got the girl of your dreams, like the girl that you pinned up on your walls, right? Like, it's an infatuation. And so you are infatuated with who of Kim is, just like you were in admiration with the B and the J. You were infatuated, right? Like, my dream girl, and not the reality of who she is, okay? And then if y'all notice, he'll do interviews and he will, you know, start talking different when he's with the white crowd, right? Like, if they showed him on Keeping Up with the Kardashian and he's sitting there with Kris Jenner and them, completely different Kanye. Even when he did that interview on Kris Jenner's, you know, pilot show, different
voice. Oh, well, you know, I feel like he's putting on his corporate America, you know, like black people. We put on that corporate America voice when we at work sometimes. Like, we don't just talk like we talking at the barbecue, or we talking with our homegirls and our homeboys, right? Or family. That's what Kanye puts on. And I would imagine how insane that got to be, especially since that's your family and you constantly got that voice on. I lose my mind when I have to put it together for 8 hours. And you telling me 24 hours around the clock. I'm just randomly throwing out there. Like, this is supposed to be a 15-minute video. We on 18 minutes. But, yeah, so you're infatuated. You were bending over backwards for this family. You know, and that's a whole nother video that's going to come about the men that have dealt with the Kardashians. I'm going to speak on that. But you start talking crazy. And you've always talked crazy, Kanye. You've always have, you know, done things in essence of like, just jump out of the wind. Whether it been from the slavery was a choice comments, whether it been from you kissing the feet of Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying? You can have your preference of who you want to vote for. But when you go above to where you're like basically licking his butthole, that's a problem, right? Like, you have, like, you bend over for all of these types of things. Like, you've shown your ass so many times. You've disrespected your artists on your labels. Like, you've disrespected everything, and then you want people to excuse it. One, out of because, well, you know, he hasn't been the same since his mother died. Stop with that. People, stop with that. That's not the case. He's always been an asshole. Or, you know, when he's on, you know, he's on medication and he's mentally ill. Still no excuse. It's no excuse.
There's a lot of people in this world on medication. There's no excuse. In fact, when he feels like he's losing the audience, that's when he'll pull that out. And y'all fall for it every single time. Stop falling for it. Hold that man accountable. And I guarantee you a lot of this shit would stop. Hold him accountable. Kim, you at first was giving him a pass every time. Well, you know, he's a genius. And that's another thing. I need y'all to stop throwing around the word genius. I got 3 degrees. And I don't even think I'm a genius. Right? A genius musically. When y'all say that, for me, I'm a little old school with it. When I think of a genius musically, I'm thinking of Stevie Wonder. A man who could write, compose, produce, play different instruments. With no eyesight. I'm thinking of Prince, the musician. Same thing. Play different instruments. Except he has sight, right? But compose, write, play instruments. Like, I'm thinking like musical genius. I'm thinking something along those lines. Rick James, even, to be honest with you. I'm thinking of a creator. I'm thinking of like 98% of Kanye's music is remixed. You are editing something that's already created, right? Or he has 5 million other people working on it where it's actually, and that's come out a few times, where it's actually other producers that are creating the thing. And then Kanye just oversees it and goes, okay, yeah, great. You know what I mean? Like, maybe let's add a drum here and there. Like, think of being in class and you do your assignment and your teacher oversees it, right? But it was your assignment. But she goes, okay, you know what? Maybe you can split up this paragraph here and there. Do we now give your teacher the full credit if you decide to publish it, that term paper? No, right? It was still yours, right? Kanye overseed it. Like, I don't throw around genius words like that. That man told y'all he was a genius. Y'all all of a sudden, yeah, he's a genius. He's a musical this, he's a that, he's a that. Like, I don't like this generation, very different. I'm old school when it comes to that type of thinking. I don't throw around terms loosely. Geniuses was a lot of y'all ancestors that was making something out of nothing. Okay? Not the ones that came and after, you know, your ancestors have made something out of nothing. And now the ones that come and say, you know what, I like that, but I'm going to tweak this off a little bit. That's not the genius to me. The genius was the ancestor. That's just the way I think. Okay? So y'all throwing these terms around. Kim, you didn't let him slide with a lot of stuff. Now, you also witnessed him disrespecting other people, even down to Amber Rose. Kim, let's not forget that, you know, Kanye's former artist, I forget his name. I see him. I'm going to post a picture of him. But I forget his name. But he admits that when he was dealing with Amber, that he was sneaking off to see you in a hotel room. So you was sneaking around with this man while he was disrespecting a whole nother woman, right? Even Amber Rose admitted that as well, that she was seeing your photos and things, right? Okay. And then as you sit back and you watch as he disrespects Amber Rose publicly, and your family jumps in on a lot of that, right? So now he's out here disrespecting you, right? Now I want to be clear. This is one of those moments where it's like, okay, Kim, now I want to be clear. Kanye, you still not shit. You're not shit for doing those things. Like, you're still not a good person through all of that. But I don't care about your Yeezus music. I'm sorry. Let me say that. It's how you treat people. Okay? And how you treat everyone. Not you throwing around a charity here and there. No. Everyone. And you said a lot of things to let me know that you are just not a good person. To me. Kim, you was a witness to that. I'm not excusing his behavior towards you one bit. But I'm just saying you were a witness to that. So I just want to throw that out there. You know. And both parties knew who each other were. You know, you knew that Kanye, when you got with her, that she was, you know, a person that was of, you know, public perception. And Kim, you knew when you got with Kanye. You got with him even after the Taylor Swift thing. and then jumped into the Taylor Swift thing. Like you were present when the matter happened with the MTV Awards. It was Amber Rose he was dating at that time with the MTV Awards. It wasn't you. Okay? When that Taylor Swift matter happened, when he was escorted out after, that was him and Amber. Not you. And you jumped in on that. Okay, cool. Whatever. We can say it's because that's your husband, the father of your kids, whatever. But, you know, it's a lot of things that this man has done. And, you know, I'm still not excusing Kanye either. And Kanye, you don't get the right to throw the black card around whenever you mad at Kim because you're trying to get the black people on your side. In fact, that's very insulting, considering that the same black people, you were disrespecting their ancestors when you were saying that slavery was a choice. The same black people, you were disrespecting them when you were licking the butt of Donald Trump. Not saying that you can't have a preference of who you want to vote for, but you were doing a lot. The same black people that you only pull out that blackness when you want to use it to your benefit, right? Not when you're sitting there with the Jenners and the Kardashians and you're, I just want you of this. And you're putting on this accent, this fake accent. Like you're from Calabasas and you're from Chicago. Let us not forget, it's disgusting to try to use the black people now for your benefits. No, y'all deal with that matter privately. We don't care that she didn't allow you to Chicago, your daughter's birthday party. She don't have to. Well, you know, Tristan then was there. For those that didn't realize, True, the daughter of Khloe, and Chicago threw that party together. So you know, Khloe and Tristan, they're on that level to where, you know, hey, we can still throw this party together. Like, you can still come out to your daughter's party. You and Kim are not. You all over social media disrespecting that girl and her family. She don't have to allow you there. Period. How many birthday parties do parents throw separate parties? Your daughter's not going to cry that you weren't there. She will see you. She's too young to even be crying that you weren't there. She will see you later. So you get in the public involved. If I was Kim, I would have held my ground. Fuck what you talk. I don't care who you can call the shade room. You can call Baller Alert, the neighborhood talk, Jason. I don't care who you contact. You're not coming into this party. And anyone that gives out that address, I'm not fucking with you no more. That's my prerogative to say. If you threw a party for Chicago, she don't have to be there. Like, you still want access to that family because you recognize the power within them or whatnot while you're mad with them. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird. Kanye, and then you went to disrespect and you threw the race card out. You then went and said that she hired a hitman. A hitman? So now you're telling the world that she's trying to get you killed. And then 24 hours later, you was talking about, I want my family back. Boy, go to hell. Boy, go to hell. Kanye, you're a mess. And we're not talking about whether your friends and your family condone, like, Kanye, you're a mess. An absolute mess. So, yeah, that's basically what I wanted to speak in reference to that. I said 15 minutes, and here we are at 30. I'll see you guys later. Now I'm running late for this lunch date. Bye.